Good morning everyone and welcome back to another English lesson. Today's learning objective is to develop narrative through different writing styles, and our task will be to describe the appearance and personality of Arthur using an illustration. Now here is the illustration that we're going to look at today. Now if you remember back to Tuesday's lesson, we looked at the key attributes or things about what we think a good adventurer looks like or would perhaps need to go on adventures. Now we're going to look at Arthur today, and we're going to use this illustration that comes from the book. And what I want you to focus on is exactly how Arthur looks. Does he look like an adventurer? Have a little think. Maybe from his clothes. Okay, identify what you can see. Let's zoom in nice and close, Mr. Nash. I wonder whether he looks like one. Does he look particularly strong? Does he look like he's maybe carrying some sort of sword or armour? Now we saw he was carrying some objects in the previous lesson in that one illustration. But what do you think? In your opinion, do you think Arthur looks like an adventurer? Do you think he looks like an explorer that goes on lots of adventures? Okay, and what I'm going to get you to do today is I'm going to get you to describe Arthur's appearance using adjectives. So think about it. Is he small, short, timid? Now timid just means is a nice synonym for the word shy. And then try and describe his personality from the picture. Do you think he's curious? Okay, he seems to be interested in something going on here. Do you think he is shy? Do you think he is adventurous? And then predict how he might behave. Okay, maybe he's like Mr. Nash. Mr. Nash, as you all know, is very clumsy. He's always dropping things or knocking things off his desk. Maybe Arthur's very clumsy. Maybe he's slightly eccentric, and eccentric just means he's a little bit mad. Okay, the first, I think all three of these actually describes Mr. Nash a little bit, don't they? So clumsy, eccentric, a little bit mad, and silly. Yeah, Mr. Nash is very silly, but what about Arthur? Do you think Arthur might be silly? Or are there any other words you could use to describe how you think he might behave? Might he be a little bit childish? I wonder what. Okay, so I want to see your different opinions on what you think Arthur is like today. And you're even better if, do you think he looks like a good adventurer? And I'm just going to include here, give an opinion. Okay, because that's really important. So you might want to start a sentence with, in my opinion, comma, I believe that Arthur does not really look like a typical adventurer, full stop. Or I might say, comma, this is because his clothes aren't particularly, or are not, depending if you want to use a contraction, particularly, I don't know, what can I say here? His clothes aren't particularly protective, maybe, because you could be wearing a suit of armour if you're an adventurer. Additionally, I notice in the picture that ... Now you've got to have a little think. You could start something with, I notice in the picture that, because if you're referring to what is in the picture, you're using some evidence here. So quite a simple lesson today. I'm expecting 5 or 6 really nicely written sentences. If you want to start including embedded and subordinate clauses, like I've been asking for in the even better ifs, that would be fantastic. If you can include some parenthesis, that would be fantastic. And if you can use a range of punctuation, even better. You may want to write some questions in here, a sort of question you might ask Arthur if you got the chance. For example, a question I might answer is, why are you not wearing a pair of sturdy or rigid walking boots? Question mark. Do your feet not get cold in the snow? Question mark. So here, look, sturdy or rigid just means they're really strong walking boots. Because you think about it, he's just wearing some, I don't even know what they're like, sort of pumps you wear in PE. And you think about it, the whole story is set in Iceland where it's incredibly cold. So I wonder why. He also looks like he's wearing some sort of shorts here. He's going to get very, very cold legs unless he has some thick woolly socks. Okay, so that's going to be your activity today. A shorter lesson perhaps than normal, but really focus upon using your detective skills to understand Arthur and ask questions to him, describe him. Think about, going back to it, appearance, personality and behaviour. Are there any comparisons here, Mr. Nash, being clumsy and slightly eccentric, or what do you think? Give me your opinion. Okay, thank you very much, guys. That is everything for today's lesson. I'll include some sentence starters in the text that I attach onto Class Dojo. Enjoy, and I look forward to seeing your work.